Hey everybody, welcome to the Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe with the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. I want to do a video on the Tampa Bay Lightning, with rumors of what's going to happen with them in the next coming weeks. They recently re-signed Mikhail Sergachev to a very favorable contract, and I think this deal works out very good for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They wanted to keep Sergachev. They said they were. A lot of rumors were going around about offer sheets and trades to create some cap room because they have a lot of key RFAs to sign with Sergachev and Cirelli and Cernak, but they got Sergachev locked up, and I think it's a very good deal. He signed a 3-year, $14.4 million contract, which is an AAV of $4.8 million, which is phenomenal. I think this was a very good job signing him by Julien Brisebois. And, he gets a raise. He gets a good contract while it helps Tampa Bay out, which they're able to do. They're able to re-sign players on the cheap because of their tax bracket. And a lot of their players there like to sign for cheap to help the team out to, make the team more competitive. So very good job. Well done. And, moving on, they're going to have to create some cap space. They have zero cap space left for cap friendly. And trades are going to have to happen. And you're hearing a lot of rumors starting. And a couple of teams are being linked to them, especially the Detroit Red Wings. And, Steve Yzerman is the GM. Stevie Y is the GM of the Detroit Red Wings. And, he's very familiar with a lot of these players from the Tampa Bay Lightning as he was a former GM. So is he going to be able to get a person from that team and possibly a good asset in return to create cap room for the Tampa Bay Lightning? So let's discuss this, as there's a lot of teams with a lot of cap space that can help the Tampa Bay Lightning out. So let's get to the players first. They have to make trades. Going through what Tampa Bay has currently, draft picks, not a concern for this team. They're only missing within the next 3 years, 2021, 2022, and 2023. They have all of their draft picks besides this upcoming year. The 2021 year, they're missing a second-round pick, and they have 2 additional seventh-round picks. They have 3 seventh-round draft picks in total. So they're fine as far as draft picks. They have all of them besides missing 1 second round this year. Looking at the players that are heavily mentioned, of course, it's a lot of the players that have heavy cap hits. Johnson, Palat, Gourde, and Killorn. And Detroit is being linked to 2 of them in particular, and I'll get to that a little bit later. So I'll go through each player: Johnson, Palat, Gourde, and Killorn. Johnson's got 4 years left. And the thing that's good with Johnson is he is a left wing, right wing, and center that can help any team out, as he's a very versatile forward. He is 30 years old, $5 million AAV. And this past year, he played in 65 games, 14 goals, 17 assists, 31 points. And the thing with Johnson is you're seeing a decline. His past 3 years, he had 50 points, 47 points, and 31 points. But he was a good playoff performer this past year when the Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Again, congratulations to them. I forgot to mention that earlier. But the thing is with Tyler Johnson, he's already gave GM Julien Brisebois his list of teams that he may want to be going to, as he has a full no-trade clause. So that's going to be where it gets sticky, where he has a list of teams that's already been submitted. Going to Palat. He's got 2 years left, and I think he's one of the most attractive ones that Tampa may end up losing. He's got 2 years left. He's still young, 29 years old, $5.3 million AAV. He's a left wing, right wing, so again, that versatility is very good where a lot of teams may need that. And this past year, 69 games played, 17 goals, 24 assists, 41 points. So with him, you get a consistent 40 to 50 point player. I know some years he has gotten above that, but looking at his past couple of years, he's been going up and down, so it's a bit inconsistent, but he's still a hell of a player. He's a good player as far as putting up points. He's a workhorse, so a lot of teams value that. And he played really well into this past playoffs. And enter a team like the Devils. I could see the Devils really taking a look at Palat. I think he fits their mold as far as, he's not into that 30-year range. He's still 29. He's got 2 years left, which is great. It gives a lot of their prospects time to mature before they start making the roster. So if the Devils are looking to trade out, which I think they are, there's rumors of still free agents out there, but if they're looking to go towards a trade market and get a team that is high up against the cap, definitely they might be targeting Tampa, and Palat may be a target on the Devils' radar, which I wouldn't mind. I like the way he plays. Definitely adds that grit on the wing. He can play left or right, so that helps our situation out. So keep a lookout for him. Yanni Gourde. Now he's going to be a tough player to move. 5 years left on his deal. He's 28 years old. 5.16 AAV. This past year, 70 games played, 10 goals, 20 assists, 30 points. And he's another player that's been on the decline. You've seen him go from 64 points, 48 points, to 30 points. And, his points were down in each of those years. He played good in the playoffs, and he's another versatile player, right wing, left wing, center. So I think he's going to be a player that's hard to move, but this past playoff round, he looked really good. And, teams may look at that instead of what he does during the year, but they're still going to look at that as far as his point production being down. And killorn. Killorn's got 3 years left, 31 years old. He's a left wing, 4.45 million AAV, 68 games played, 26 goals, 23 assists, 49 points. And that was his best year in points by far. And killorn's just one of those players that can do it all. And with him he's a tough guy. He can play the physical game. He can score. He can hit. He can play in front of the net. So he's going to be one of those players that's heavily valued around the league as well. If anybody wants to make a trade with Detroit, they may look at him. But his age is a bit of a concern with 3 years left, and he's 31. So GM Julien Brisebois says he's confident in re-signing Cirelli. He says significant will on our end and to make that happen. I know I have to move players to make that happen, and I am confident I will be able to move players to create cap space. So enter the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit, Stevie Y says he's willing to make trades to help out his situation, maybe take on an asset in return. As you can see, Tampa has a lot of draft picks. I don't know if Detroit's going to target some high-end prospects or if they're just going to look at draft picks to restock. But, he's very familiar with all these players, so I think Detroit is a good trading partner with Tampa as far as helping, Detroit's case out and Tampa's out. There's an article that mentions that they're specifically looking at Johnson and killorn. And Adam Gretz of NBC Sports believes that it'll have to be either gourde or palat that gets shipped out. They're better players than Johnson, he said, and they carry full no-trade clauses like Johnson does. So this is going to be a very interesting situation as we head into the next couple of weeks. It makes it more dicey that they still have to sign Cirelli and Cernak. So you're going to see Tampa being very active in the next couple of weeks, especially if we have that mid-December start. Now, I know once the season starts, they can be over the cap by a certain amount, for a certain time frame. So this can go into the season. So don't get discouraged if it does. But I can definitely see teams like Detroit swooping in, New Jersey sweeping in. Nashville still has a lot of cap space, so if they don't elect to go towards free agency, they can make a trade as, they lost Smith and possibly Granlund. So they're going to need some wingers to help out. And definitely Columbus. Columbus has a lot of cap space. They were one of those teams that were really active in making trades, and they were supposed to, there's rumors of them going through free agency to try to sign Hoffman and Granlund. But if they can't get them locked up and they go elsewhere, they may have to elect to go the trade route. So definitely keep an eye out on those teams. I really think Detroit's going to be very active with Tampa. So definitely expect these two teams to make some sort of deal in the coming weeks. And the Devils, if they don't want to get any free agents that are left over and they want a player like Palat, I'd really target them. The Devils can go for other players too. They can go for killorn. But, I hope they go for Palat. He's that scoring player that adds that grit on the wing that the Devils need. And he plays in all situations as well. So he can really help the Devils situation as they need one more key winger to help their cause out going into the next year. That's not on a lot of term. So what do you think about this? I know a lot of Tampa fans were ecstatic of signing Sergachev. I thought that was honestly an awesome deal for both sides. I thought he could have gotten a lot more going to another team. But, perfect situation with him. Tampa's a cup contender, gets a couple more years on his deal, helps Tampa's case out too. So, very good, very well done. And, I'm done doing my Devils videos of him going to the Devils. So, comment below what you think of the situation with Tampa. What do you think they're going to move? And what team do you think they may trade with? Comment below and let me know. And as always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the Hockey Skate Down. Join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great night. Take it easy.